two more NFL records that I did not mention before that you still hold to this day. Consecutive seasons of 1,300 or more yards, 6.
Woo.
Consecutive seasons of 90 or more receptions, also 6. Those are not records in this passing league that is still standing today. So I'm just going to say this point blank. You should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The fact that you are not is outrageous. I know you don't want to say anything, and you shouldn't, because it's one of those. It's like Fight Club. You don't want to talk about it,
right? But
you deserve to be in, and you should be in. Who's pounding the table for you? Is there somebody who's pounding the table for you in that room?
Yeah. So my presenter, Howard Balzer, goes to bat every year for me. He goes
back to the St. Louis days, correct?
Yeah, he goes back to the St. Louis days.
Okay,
yeah, Howard Balzer. And I've been a finalist now 6 straight years. So it's been 6 straight years that he's had to go in and argue my case.
Correct.
And from what I'm told, and then talking with him, he does a heck of a job of going in and making a case for me every single year. So I'm back in the runnings again this year. It's a tremendous honor to be mentioned amongst the league's greats. And look, I enjoy playing the game, Rich. I mean, you know that. I mean, you've been around me. I enjoy playing. I took pride in playing the game at a very high level. My goal from when I was drafted to St. Louis is I wanted to play for one team and one team only. And I was close to doing it. I played with the Rams for 10 years, and then I played 1 year in Jacksonville. So, and then being a part of a Super Bowl team, bringing a Super Bowl to a city, bringing conference championships, breaking numbers of records. My work's done, man, and I enjoyed it. And again, I did it at a high level, and I did it amongst other great wide receivers that we often talk about. I was right in the mix from a production standpoint. I was right in the mix with those guys, so I couldn't be any more pleased with how my career has ended out. Now, the Hall will be obviously icing on the cake and great validation for my pro football career.
Yes,
but the respect that I get from the guys that I played against and played with, that means all the world to me.
Well, and you get him. You get it. And this year's going to be tough again. Yep. Larry Fitzgerald, on yesterday, who's second on the all-time receiving yards list. It's his first time up. But I also spoke to him about Anquan Bolden, who's also waiting just like you, deserving to get in. And all I will just say is this, is just, you are such a delightful human, and you just don't get down about it. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
No, seriously. Please,
no, I appreciate that.
I will tell you this off the air also. I remember Harry Carson. He once told the Hall, take my name out of consideration. I'm sick and tired of waiting, and I'm sick and tired of being on pins and needles and not hearing my name. And the year he got in, he said, screw it. On the day of the announcement, he went to Hawaii. And he got off the plane. He turns his phone back on, and he's like, you have 50 messages. And he got in, and to this day, I see him there in Canton, Ohio, and a guy who was so pissed at the circumstances and was famous for that.
Yeah.
Goes back every year, happy-go-lucky, hunky-dory. All that weight only just makes it that much sweeter. Because you will get in. Your numbers support it.
Thank you.
Your personage and your personality supports it.
No doubt.
All of it.
Appreciate that. No, I
welcome.
I haven't gotten to the point yet where I called the Hall and said, hey, take my name.
I'm just with you. The extreme example of somebody who walks around with a jacket and a bust.
Totally with you. And I've ridden every emotional wave that you can ride on this journey.
Right.
I've ridden every emotional wave. And but I still have hope. Every single year when it comes back up, I still feel like I'm going to get voted in that year.
Yeah.
Every single year. So to your point, at some point, hopefully the voters will see it that way, and I'll be getting a call and saying, hey, you're the next. You're next in terms of being in the Hall of Fame.
Right. And then everyone that you played with, will be there.
Marshall, Nias, Kurt, Orlando.
They're all
Isaac
from your team.
Yeah. And
Dick Vermeil.
Coach Vermeil, all the guys that I went to war with, all the guys that I battled with in practice and worked, and we all loved and had a passion for what we did. Again, I think being inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, as we all know, really validates what you are as a football player.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting my turn.
You're in the NC State Hall of Fame.
I'm in the NC State Hall of Fame. I'm in the College Football Hall of Fame. I'm in the North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame. I'm in the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. I'm in the Rich Eisen Sports. I'm in the Rich Eisen Sports Hall of Fame.
That's the most important one of all. I mean, I know we're talking about Canton.
So Canton, whatever, Canton.
Let's just check ourselves right here.
Torry,
exactly.
you said you thought about it. Do you ever sit and think, like, this is the reason I'm not in? Do you ever just kind of question and kind of just think about it?
Initially, I would say the first 3 years I did that, it even had me to the point, my wife can attest to this as well, it even had me to the point questioning myself, like,
I know.
Like, no, I'm really like,
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
right.
You know, I'm like, was I?
No,
was
you
I
were
good? Like,
yeah,
or was I not? So now I'm to the point now. It's like, hey, you look at all the statistics and you look at everything and how it all stacks up. I'm like, yeah, I belong. You know, I belong. So, this is part of the process. This is part of the process, and you know, I'm learning to embrace it and try to find joy in it and accept it. But it's never easy. It's always exciting getting to the point and when the hall comes back around, and then when they call out the names, it's like it's like a gut punch.
Right.
And then you deal with those emotions, and then after a month or two, and then they go away, and then you get back to to your normal life. But it can be nerve-wracking, having to deal with it. And for me, it's more when I watch my wife and my kids, and my grandmother who's still alive, and my pops who's still around. They want it so bad, because they want to be there when it actually happens. So I feel bad for them a lot of times. But I quickly just try to get rid of it, get away from it, and then and get back to life.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.